Have you ever woken up feeling like you've been punched in the face, even after sleeping for 8 hours? Personally, I have seen my friends who only sleep for 5 hours standing tall numerous times. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of sleep, which is crucial for our lives. If you're ready, let's dive into my video. I've noticed that we often postpone our sleep due to our daily work. Whether it's to work more or perhaps some of you spend hours on social media before going to bed. However, sleep is not a waste of time, quite the contrary. It is a highly active and essential need for our body and brain to renew themselves. So, what happens in our body while we sleep? While we sleep, although we are almost disconnected from the outside world, our brain continues to work for us. The essential information we learn during the day is stored in our brains while unnecessary information is discarded. That's why sleep is vital in every aspect. For example, when preparing for an exam, you might think that staying up all night to study is better, but if we don't get enough sleep, we can't focus in the exam. And we might even struggle to recall the topics we studied, so even if we study for longer periods, the efficiency of our study can decrease, making it feel somewhat futile. Sleep affects not only our memory but also our ability to make decisions. Think about a day when you're sleep deprived. In the morning, you might feel dizzy from fatigue. When trying to continue with your tasks, your eyes may frequently close, and you might make ordinary mistakes. You simply can't pay attention or find it very difficult to do so. This can have very serious consequences, especially when driving, operating machines, or in situations where we need to make quick decisions, because a tired brain may not perceive surrounding dangers in time. Sleep also has a significant impact on our emotions. For instance, we can become more impatient, tense, sensitive, or easily bored with everything. Normally trivial problems can seem enormous when we are sleep deprived. We may find it difficult to communicate. Of course, the effects of sleep are not limited to our brains. For instance, do you know why you sleep so much when you're sick? Because during sleep, our body repairs itself from head to toe. Our muscles and tissues renew, our immune system fulfills its duties, and our hormones are balanced. That's why we need more sleep when we are ill. Our body wants to use the energy it has to heal itself and to protect itself. Regular, quality sleep is also quite important for our heart health, metabolism, and immune system. Prolonged sleep deprivation can lead to issues like hypertension, heart problems, and obesity. When we're devoid of sleep, our sensations of hunger and satiety can become imbalanced. If you are chronically sleep deprived, you may have an increased desire to eat more, particularly craving sugary or high-calorie foods. What's important here is not only how many hours we sleep but also the quality of our sleep is just as important as the duration. For example, if you wake up frequently throughout the night, have trouble falling asleep, or still feel tired in the morning despite sleeping enough hours, then you may not have had a quality sleep. Okay, but what do we do then? First, you create a schedule for yourself. You also need to adhere to that program with a bit of discipline. If you can consistently follow this schedule every day, you might notice an improvement in your sleep quality within 10 days. When you look at your phone, tablet, or computer before bed, you are signaling to your brain that it's still morning. Then you wonder why you can't sleep and toss and turn. If you look at screens before bed, then of course it will be like that. So what are you going to do now? Take note of what I'm going to say and listen carefully. You need to put away that technological device at least half an hour before going to sleep. Afterwards, you can choose to listen to calming music or do some light exercise before getting into bed and sleep soundly. Now let's talk about the sleeping environment. A dark, quiet, and comfortable environment significantly enhances sleep quality. Avoiding caffeine in the evening, steering clear of eating right before bed, and maintaining regular physical activity throughout the day can also contribute to easier sleep. However, if you still have sleep troubles after making these efforts for a prolonged period, you shouldn't ignore that and should consult a doctor immediately. Sometimes underlying issues that require treatment might be causing your insomnia. In conclusion, sleep is a fundamental need just like eating, drinking, and breathing. To sleep well is to show respect to our body and mind. When we are busy, instead of sacrificing sleep, we should see it as an indispensable part of our daily lives, because a good day is only possible with healthy sleep, which starts the night before. Thank you for listening to me. I wish you all good sleep.